Hello everyone, I'm Lindsay the Librarian, and I'm here with another episode of the Book Report, sharing all the books that the library is excited about this month and library news that you need to know about. Alright, so our first book is My American Duchess by Eloisa James, and she's one of my favorite authors. And in this one, the last woman the arrogant Duke of Trent would ever consider marrying is the adventuresome Mary Pelford, an American heiress who has infamously jilted two fiancés, but after one provocative encounter with the captivating Mary, Trent desires her more than any woman he has ever met. But Mary is engaged yet again, and this time she's determined to see it through. But I'm sure they work it out at the end. And this one got a star review from Booklist. All right, our next book is Morningstar by Pierce Brown. I love Pierce Brown. And it is the third and final book in the Red Rising trilogy, which has been described as a Hunger Games for adults. So picking up where Golden Sun left off, our hero Darrow is imprisoned for his insurgent activities. After years of living among the Golds, Darrow is ready to unleash the revolution and bring the hierarchy down. To win, Darrow must inspire the Reds, shackled in darkness, to break their chains and rise up to destroy the world their masters have built. Entertainment Weekly called Brown science fiction's best kept secret, and it's full of intense action sequences that leap off the page and make you feel like you're part of the revolution. And it also is number one currently on USA Today's Top 150. And it got star reviews from Booklist and Publishers Weekly. All right, up next we have Dear Mr. You by Emmy Award-winning actress and the star of Weeds, Mary Louise Parker. It's told in letter format, and Parker addresses the men in her life, real and hypothetical, starting with her grandfather that she never knew. And it's sometimes funny, sometimes heart-wrenching. They all focus on the influence the male presence has had in her life. Kirkus said it has a unique, poised, and polished first book that reveals both the small and large ways in which we impact each other. And it also got a star review on Library Journal, and Mary Louise Parker was on CBS Sunday Morning talking about it several weeks ago. All right, our next book today is our lone teen book. It's Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. And in this one, World War II is drawing to a close in East Prussia, and thousands of refugees are on a desperate trek toward freedom, nearly all of them with something to hide. Among them are Joanna, Amelia, and Florian, whose paths converge en route to the ship that promises salvation, the Wilhelm Gustloff. Forced by circumstances to unite, the three find their strength, courage, and trust in one another tested with each step closer towards safety. Just when it seems freedom is within their grasp, tragedy strikes. Not country, nor culture, nor status matter, as all 10,000 people aboard must fight for the same thing, survival. This is perfect for fans of All the Light We Cannot See, Dead Wake, and Codename Verity, which is one of my favorite of all time. And it unearths the shockingly little-known casualty of a gruesome war and proves humanity can prevail even in the darkest times. So the tragedy of the sinking of the ship was actually more devastating than the Titanic. So it got a star review from pretty much everyone who gives star reviews, Publishers Weekly, Booklist, Library Journal, and it's been getting a lot of critical attention. Next we have All the Birds in the Sky by Charlie Jane Anders. Childhood friends Patricia Delphine and Lawrence Armstead didn't expect to see each other after parting ways in middle school. After all, the development of magical powers and the invention of a 2-second time machine could hardly fail to alarm one's peers and families. But now they're both adults, living in the hipster Mecca, San Francisco, and the planet is falling apart around them. Lawrence is an engineering genius, and Patricia is a graduate of a hidden academy for the world's magically gifted. and she works with a small band of other magicians to secretly repair the world's which has ever-growing ailments. But something bigger than either of them, something begun in their youth, is determined to bring them together, to either save the world or plunge it into a new dark ages. A deeply magical, darkly funny examination of life, love, and the apocalypse. So you didn't notice this one is science fiction, but it also got star review from Library Journal, Kirkus, and Booklist. All right, our next one is Black Rabbit Hall by Eve Chase, and this one's told from two women's perspectives that are 30 years apart. In the late 1960s, Amber Alton is dealing with the death of her mother and a secret her father kept for years within the walls of her family home, Black Rabbit Hall. 30 years later, Lorna Dunaway is getting married and needs a venue. Despite the rundown look of Black Rabbit Hall, she is drawn to it, and while exploring it, Lorna's investigations lead her to relics that point to her own past. This has been likened to Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca, and the debut author Chase weaves a tale of family intrigue riddled with twists and turns. And this one got a star review from Booklist, and it was also on March's Library Reads Top Picks. All right, our last book today is I'll See You in Paris by Michelle Gable, which is very important, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, three women born generations apart, one mysterious book that threads their lives together, a journey of love, discovery, and truth. I'll See You in Paris is based on the real life of Gladys Spencer Churchill, the Duchess of Marlborough, a woman whose life was so rich and storied it could fill several books. Nearly a century after Gladys's heyday, a young woman's quest to understand the legendary Duchess takes her from the English countryside to a dilapidated manse kept behind barbed wire, and ultimately to Paris, where answers will be found at last. At once a great love story and literary mystery, I'll See You in Paris will entertain and delight with an unexpected ending that will leave readers satisfied and eager for Michelle Gable's next novel. The reason this one is so important is that Michelle Gable is going to be our featured author at the Friends of the Library Spring Tea on April 6th at Rolling Hills Country Club. And tickets will go on sale very soon, so be sure to grab your ticket there. And her first book, A Paris Apartment, is also available at the library now, and the Monroe Book Club is doing A Paris Apartment for their March book. All right, that's it for the books that we're going to talk about this month, but I have a few other library announcements to get to. First of all, our e-magazines, if you didn't know, we do have e-magazines, but they have moved to Overdrive, so they're in the same place that our e-books are. So if you're on our website, just check out Overdrive and see what magazines we have to offer, and you can download them directly to your tablet and read them. All right, also coming up in March, we have a new collection that we're really excited about. That is called the Express Collection, and we're going to start it here in Monroe, and it's going to have best-selling books, so think James Patterson, that usually have a lot of holds on them, that this collection you can't place holds on. So if you walk into the library and the new James Patterson is available, you can take it. And here's a pro tip for you. New books come out on Tuesday morning, so if you want them, you might want to show up at the library on Tuesday. All right, the local author collection is also going to be available sometime in March in the Monroe Library. Those are made up of books that were mostly donated during our local authors alley in January. Teen Tech Week is also coming up in March, and we're doing a Teen Tech Week bingo for the whole month of March for teens. So if you get a bingo card and you fill it out and you finish it, then you can turn it in at any branch and be entered to win a prize. That's all the announcements I have for March. You can see everything that we have planned throughout the system. Pick up our Beyond Books, or you can sign up for it online. And we want to hear from you and connect with you, so you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We also have a Pinterest. You can see what programs we're doing. And we want to know what books you're reading. And if you read any of these books, you can tell us how they were, what your opinions were. And you can use the hashtag Librarian Lindsay or hashtag the book report. So until next time, keep reading, Union County.